Welcome back, agents, to another episode of Prime Tips. Hey, today we're talking about something new called CAL, Compartmental Access Level. It's one of the things that they've added into one of the newer versions of the Prime scanner. And quite honestly, it probably will hopefully never affect you, but in a good way. So the question is, what is Compartmental Access Level, or CAL? Well, it's actually a system that prevents access to selected portals in the world, usually strategic portals previously used in agent operations, as well as a dynamic list of portals based on XM and portal network fluctuations. That's a mouthful. So, what does it look like? What is it? And we're going to break it down for you so that you can kind of know. So, what it looks like, and hopefully, again, this may be something that you never see. And if you're playing quote unquote right, or you're playing within the guidelines, you should never see a CAL screen. But if you do, it looks something like what I have on the screen here. It's just you will try to interact with a portal, be that deploying resonators, attacking something, and you get this screen. It says insufficient access. And it says insufficient compartmental access detected. Higher compartmental access level CAL required to interact with this portal. An agent's CAL is dynamic and may increase or decrease over time. If you believe this to be an error, please contact us using the help button below. And then it gives you an OK and a help. So what's the point of CAL? Why do you have it? Well, actually, it was something that they teased back in February of 2021. It's an anti-cheating effort, and it's an attempt to reduce spoofing when they have a large operation. Somebody's going to take down an op that's sitting, or possibly take down, say, a blocker or something like that. So hopefully it has no effect on regular gameplay. So how does it work? Well, agents with insufficient CAL will not be able to interact with some portals. So here's my guesses. Again, it's only been out for about a week. I haven't heard much about it doing anything to any agents, false positives, that kind of thing, which is a good thing. Really, if this works, most people will never hear of it again. But my guess is that the anchors that the portals that they're talking about are anchors for major ops. So those things that are a portal that anchors a large field, portals with lots of links, so like a link star, portals anchoring lots of fields. So they may not necessarily be big fields, but there might be a whole bunch of them. Strategic portals, so like portals on top of a mountain, portals that are used for blockers or rails or those kind of things. We don't have anything at this time that indicates on the map or the portal or ITC or whatever that indicates that this is a CAL protected portal. We don't have anything like that just yet. Might be something that we see down the road. But those portals that have been identified by Niantic, NIA, will have a different requirement for you to interact with that portal, thus the CAL. You could still interact with other portals that are not those strategic portals. So portals that don't have anything on them or nothing, say, linked to it or anything like that, those would still be able to be interacted with, deploy, destroy, those kind of things. Just the ones that are protected are the ones that this would affect. Now, that brings up the big question. How is your CAL calculated? And why? Why is it calculated that way? Well, the only thing we have so far is they tell us that if you have regular gameplay, it will increase your CAL over time. So what I kind of get that to mean is if you're playing every day and it's a regular type thing, your CAL should be fine. If you don't, then it might drop. Why? Well, spoofer accounts, and I spelled accounts wrong there, typically are built up quickly, and then they're left unused until you need them. So they'll use codes and repetitive, maybe even some win trading or something like that, and they'll build up those spoofer accounts to level 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8, so that they can use the higher end stuff. Probably 6 is about where they go because you can flip, 7 probably, because you can flip something that's a battle level higher. But anyway, those accounts are built up quickly, and then the spoofers keep them on the side, have them in a different account, and then whenever they need them, they load them up however they happen to be spoofing, do the event, and go away. So the spoofers are willing to get those spoof accounts banned. They just kind of see it as, part of the price of doing business. I have 5 or 6 of these accounts. It does it. They do the investigation. They find out it's spoofing. They kill that account. Bob's your uncle. We go down the road. And that's the problem, is that they just make another one, build it up, and then they use it again. They are not willing usually to do that kind of thing with their main account. And so the main account might be something that they use on a regular daily basis. So it is an attempt to cut down on that spoofing. It might mean that, hey, they need to keep those spoof accounts active every now and then. I don't know exactly what all it means, but that's where it kind of seems to be going. Now, what's that mean for you? How's it going to affect your gameplay? If all goes well, not much at all. Okay, you really shouldn't see this other than it working for you. So if you were part of an op, or you have large fields or link star or something like that, and somebody tries to spoof it and attack it, take it down, they'll get the Cal insufficient rights, and it won't happen. I don't think you're going to get any indication that happened. If you're attacking or building strategic portals, it might affect you. You might have an effect if you get hit with a false positive. So some suggestions for you and your gameplay. Keep your accounts active with daily actions. Try to keep your Sojourner up, or, keep those streaks going and do actions every day, especially if you know that you're going to be part of an op and you haven't been doing anything week or 2 before at least. Make sure that you're doing some actions with that so that you don't run into the problem. And test interactions with strategic portals before throw time, before you know that you have to do that. Now, again, we don't know what are going to be those strategic portals or the Cal protected portals. So in your case, if you know, hey, we're going to throw 100 fields and they're all going to be anchored off of this particular portal, it would probably be good to interact with that portal before that time comes to make sure that it's not an issue for you. And as always, have a plan B ready, because stuff happens. So that's the end of sufficient compartmental access level. Hopefully it's not something that you will ever have an issue with, but keep your cowl up, and maybe I'll see you in the field sometime soon. See you later, agents.